Hi, this is Naveen. Hope you're doing good. I've done some research about both the business structure, partnership, and company. And before recommending you anything specific, I would like to provide you some information so that you can decide whatever best for you. And as per Partnership Act 1891, Queensland, partnership is business carried out in common for the motive of profit. The statute has highlighted some three major things. That's business carried out means reputation in trade or profession or occupation. Yeah, there are some instances that single investment was also considered as partnership in joint venture, but in general, business carried out means trade reputation in trade or commerce, and another one is for the motive of profit. That means partnership must have the profit, must have the motive to generate the profit and share it among the partners appropriately. And another one is partners must have mutual interest. They must work for the mutual interest. And there are some duties of partners, like fiduciary duties. They must act for the best interest of partnership. They must act in a good faith, and there must not be any conflict of interest. And there are other duties such as governance, management, sharing of profit, and all those duties can be, agreed or predetermined in partnership deed. And they must provide adequate time for the partnership. These duties can be determined and agreed in partnership deed, but there are some duties that cannot be changed, such as duty for outsider. And as partnership is not a separate legal entity, that all the partners are directly involved in whatever partnership firms is doing, so they are personally liable for the action of partnership firm. And all the partners are agent for the other partners, so whatever contract or agreement entered by one partner is binding for the other partners as well. So these are these type of obligations for the outsider cannot be changed. And as this is not separate legal entity, sometimes it can be, kind of disadvantage as well. And another thing is, while looking into the advantage of partnership, it's easy to form, it's less costly, and there are less regulations for partnership. So in that sense, it's a bit easy, and people prefer partnership for the small type of family businesses and everything. But while looking at the company, company is a separate legal entity. That means it's distinct from its owner or shareholder. It's not its owner or shareholder are not personally liable for the action of company, the operation of company. But until and unless they are not doing anything unethical using the company. And in Australia, companies are regulated by ASIC, that means Australian Security and Investment Commission. And companies are registered and operated according to Corporation Act 2001. And some of the feature of company is, it's of course it's a separate legal entity. That's the major feature, and it's a benefit, because it provides corporate veil as well. That means it provides a shield for the directors and officers of the company, until and unless they are not doing unethical things. That's the major thing we have to bear in mind. And another major advantage of company is it has limited liability. That means shareholders are not personally liable for the liability of company in case of solvency. And it is a going concern. That's another major advantage, and that's the disadvantage of partnership, because in company, existence of company is not related with the existence of its shareholder or owners. Like in case of death of some shareholders, in case of bankruptcy of some shareholders, or in case of conflict between shareholders, there is no effect in the operation of company. But same situation may end up partnership to the dissolution if there is nothing specifically mentioned in the partnership deed. So it's kind of risks in partnership, and it's very rigid and very hard to transfer the title in partnership, but it's easy in corporation. So if there is any conflict in family, in family business, there might be some conflict, and there might be some conflict in there might be some difference in interest that can grow over the time. So if you are in a partnership, it's really hard for you to exit the business, or you decide to enter someone in the business, it's hard for you. But if you are in company, it's easy because you can easily sell your shares, you can easily transfer your titles. And if you need further money in future for the investment or anything, in partnership it's difficult, but in corporation you have option to go public as well, or you can, it's easy here. And despite all the regulations and everything, it has lots of advantages, as I have already told you. Limited liability and going concern, separate legal entity, corporate veil, title of shares. These are the major advantages of corporations. So in my opinion, corporation is best, but it's up to you. Thank you so much.